President Obama was scheduled to speak at the NAACP convention, and then he chose not to. He said he had a scheduling conflict, but as our own political correspondent Michael Schur is reporting, it turns out his schedule is completely free today. So they're doing a terrible job of faking that he's really, really busy and couldn't go down to Houston for the convention. And as we have told you before on the current television program, The Young Turks, it turns out that some of his top advisors, possibly Valerie Jarrett, thought that it would not look good for President Obama to go speak at the NAACP event for fear that they would alienate independent voters. Again, I don't know if they've got the memo. Independent voters already know how black President Obama is, which is that he's black. He's half black, half white. That's how black he is, right? But apparently I think giving a fiery speech at the NAACP would not serve him well. So what do? Well, two things. One, they sent a 2-minute speech by President Obama, which was the most unfiery speech you've ever seen, and met with an equally unfiery response. If you thought they were cold to Mitt Romney, wait till you get a little audience reaction to President Obama. First, here is the introduction of the speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please turn your attention to the screens for a message from the President of the United States of America.
Good morning, NAACP.
I think I heard one clap there. Okay, I heard one guy in the corner go like, all right, never mind. So now understand the people running the convention might be a little upset, and that's just me speculating that, we don't have reporting on, but might be a little upset that the president, an African-American president, was supposed to come address them. That's the same president who told them, hey, thank you for having my back, I'll always have your back. And all of a sudden, right before an election, he can't show up to the event. So they unceremoniously say, oh, by the way, here's an African-American president. Okay, enjoy. Gets one clap. Then here's the heart of the speech, which is incredibly calm.
I stand on your shoulders. And at the NAACP, you have always believed in the American promise. That idea that no matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from, America is the place where you can make it if you try. That's why as long as I have the honor of serving as your president, I will get up every single day and fight as hard as I can for that big, diverse, hopeful, optimistic, hard-working America that we love.
Snooze fest on purpose. Look at how incredibly calm I am, okay? Now you're gonna see Biden in contrast in a second, and you're gonna see that he could have given a completely different speech. Now, here's my favorite part. The audience reaction when the tape is over. Look at this huge ovation for the first African-American president at the NAACP convention.
Thank you so much. I'm proud of all that you do. Michelle, Malia, Sasha, and I all send our deepest regards.
Look, they might have had some of the mics down, but that was about as lukewarm an applause I have ever seen, let alone for a president, let alone for an African-American president at the NAACP convention. So now, by contrast, Joe Biden comes in and they decide, all right, fine, we're not sending the president. We'll send the white vice president instead, which is funny on a couple of different levels, but he's got the crowd going because he's actually going to give a speech that's fiery and passionate and obviously one that is well received. Let's watch.
Remember what this at its core was all about. Why this organization at its core was all about. It was about the franchise. It was about the right to vote. Because when you have the right to vote, you have the right to change things. And we, the president and I and Eric and all of us, we see a future where those rights are expanded, not diminished. Where racial profiling is a thing of the past. Where access to the ballot is expanded and unencumbered.
See, now that's a speech, okay? And that's a good reaction to it. Now, they didn't want to send the president because they didn't want a black president saying, we need access and we got to stop racial profiling. Why? Because those same annoying political advisors always say, don't get angry. They'll say you're an angry black man. But they say that anyway, no matter what you do. Now, here's Biden continuing to rip them up.
Let me close, my friends, by saying I want you, I mean this sincerely, just close your eyes and imagine. Imagine what the Romney Justice Department will look like. Imagine when his senior advisor on constitutional issues is Robert Bork. Imagine the recommendations for who is likely to be picked as Attorney General or the head of the Civil Rights Division, or those other incredibly important positions at Justice. Imagine, and I mean this to me is one of the most critical issues in this election. Imagine what the Supreme Court will look like after 4 years of a Romney presidency.
See, even Biden got booed. He got booed when he said, I'm going to close the speech. They're like, no, keep going. And then they mentioned the Mitt Romney Justice Department. They're like, boo, no. Look, Biden's not done yet, man. This was a great speech. Keep watching.
As we see America, where in the words of the Scripture, what you do unto the least of my brethren, you do unto me. As President Barack Obama says, we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. We have an obligation.
Mitt Romney, Barack Obama, pay attention. That's how you do a speech at the NAACP event, okay? Nicely done, Joe Biden. Next time, please send the president.